No Man's Sky is a really good game. My vocab isn't big enough to express how good this game is, so I'm gonna make this video instead. Don't worry, this video isn't gonna be me just worshipping the game. It's just my general experience with the game, from the first story mission to the last mission. It's so refreshing though to come across a game this good, since this industry is filled with overhyped copy and pasted trash. Anyways, let's go onto my desktop and go through my No Man's Sky video archive. Let's see. Yo, there it is. No Man's Sky, First Planet. After loading in, of course in any survival sandbox game, you get resources. In Minecraft you punch trees. In Ark Survival you pick up rocks. It's pretty chill, eh? But in this game you have to rush around and scramble for resources using your laser before your hazard protection bar runs out. And it's pretty intense, eh? It left me shook the first time I had to do this. So I scrambled around for resources and made it just in time to recharge my hazard protection. Made my way to my crashed starship, repaired half of it, but then needed to get a blueprint for the last part. So I go off strolling to the marker, getting resources along the way, having a good day, then boom. I still hear this in my nightmares. I'm safe though. I found the cave, I thought to myself. As the storm picked up, I carried on getting resources, as I can just go in the cave for shelter if things get iffy. But once I ran into the cave, I quickly realized there was no cave. It was a crater. That was pretty stupid, eh, watching the footage back. Wouldn't even be surprised if you disliked the video. In my defense, that does look like a cave though. After that stupid mistake, I chucked on my trainers and boosted towards the marker, hoping it had shelter so the storm doesn't kill me, and it did. Not only did I have shelter, I had the blueprint I needed to repair the ship. The run back to the ship wasn't that bad. No fake caves, no storms. I crafted the part I needed for the ship, then left this cursed planet. The second planet I ended up on was pretty cool though. It was called Eark. Some shit, I don't know. The trees were green, animals were cute, like this Pokemon creature that legit looked like Machop and Haunted mixed together. It was cute as. So the missions I did on the first planet gave me this blueprint. It's called a resource refiner. These things are OP as I'll make a lot of money later on using one of these. With the refiner made, I needed copper to refine it into chromatic metal. Luckily there was a copper deposit nearby. I did all this so I can make a base for the mission. So I put the computer down, the base computer, and started building. With the little resources I had, I was actually tempted to claim a wooden plank as my base, but I had the most overpowered, unlimited, efficient, latest patch version of this multi-tool attachment, which allowed me to create my own hill to build inside of. I was proud of it, eh? I was so proud of what I just made. Before I left, I spent a whole in-game night trying to get a good photo before I jumped on my ship and left Earth into space to my next destination. So the title screen says third planet, but this is actually a moon, so my bad for the clickbait. After a bit of scouting, I saw these bad boys. Legit 5 of these eggs sell for 30k units, which is the money in this game. This set me up to make millions of units. So I collect, collect until I got a warning that my inventory was full. I needed more inventory, and I know ships give more inventory storage, so I tried to summon my ship, and the fucker had no fuel left, so I had to walk 8 whole minutes to the ship to store these eggs. I guess it wasn't all that bad, as I didn't have to walk the whole distance. This alien rammed my ass to space, which allowed me to fly half the way there. Once I made it though, I stored my eggs, got more eggs, went to the coordinates, got a blueprint for antimatter. I wanted to build a base here so I can come back to get more eggs when I need more money, but I ended up with this piece of dog shit because I ran out of resources. And after I built that base, the half of the base, I pieced out and flew to the closest space station so I can sell these bad boys. I was so excited to sell these though. You'll see why once I get there. Look at that, got 2 million from those eggs. Wasn't even much work either. Hey you, have you liked the video yet? Thank you. As you can see, I look crispy clean now. Did a bit of customizing, but I didn't record it. On the last planet we got the antimatter blueprint, where you can make fuel you can warp to different star systems. So I did that and warped to a system called OK Bendu right inside an asteroid field, which was annoying, but I got through it. Boosted towards the marker and got another warp cell from it. At this point I was low-key speed running it, Eggs, warp, boost, land, step, loot, step, sit, save, talk, signal, blueprint, boost, buy, upgrade. Oh, that's a cool ship. I might buy one. Look. Apparently my NMS video archive's broken because there's some recordings missing. The video starts with me on this planet. I don't know how I got here or what I did before getting here, but we moved. The game wants me to go to the anomaly, which is like a space station, but it has way more upgrades to buy, and you can see random onliners chilling here. It has everything from weapon upgrades to blueprints. I don't do much in this recording, I just answer some calls, then teleport back home. I legit just buy oxygen for 40 minutes, not even exaggerating. I'm negative 1.4 million units and positive 4 stacks of oxygen. If you're wondering why I spent 40 minutes getting oxygen, here's why. You can use oxygen and chlorine in the refiner to make chlorine. Fuck, I explained this shitty. You get 6 chlorine from 2 oxygen and 1 chlorine, so it pretty much duplicates. And I'm gonna sell it to make mad money here. Their ship searching came into play as well, too, because I knew which station had good ships to buy once this chlorine was done refining. But of course, my PC crashed before it was done refining. I don't have much to say in this recording. I had 3 stacks refined, and it fucking crashed again. Game crashed again. Yous could have guessed how annoying this was, but to show yous, I emoted. But finally this time, I was able to refine all the chlorine by being paranoid and running to the ship to autosave every time I made some progress refining. I flew to the space station, all jittery, and waited for a chlorine fiend to buy it. If you do this method of making units, don't sell the chlorine to the vendor, cause it crashes the whole system's economy, and it'll end up selling for like $2 or something. Just sell it to like a merchant, like a traveler. Or look at that, sold 79k chlorine and made 48 million units. And again, had to emote to show how happy I was. The game crashing a couple times was definitely worth all these units. Now it's time to buy a ship. With my new slick ship, I went to the market as always, and a stage was set for me. White snowy planet with a white blue suit and a blue ship. I had to take a photo. After that I went to the mission, and I felt sorry for this alien called Artemis, but I don't really care enough to listen to the dialogue. I'll just rather find crazy loot, so I skipped through all the dialogue. So I left that planet until my first Sentinel encounter. These guys are the big dogs in the game. This little weirdo snuck up on me while I was on my inventory, and it caught up a whole army. I demolished him though. Just as I was gonna get to the boss round, this guy got stuck in the wall and I couldn't kill him, meaning the next level couldn't start, which was pretty annoying. There were eggs nearby though, which was all good. With an inventory full of eggs, I went to my mothership. I didn't sell these eggs though, I refined them into nanites. You can like get upgrades and shit with nanites. After that, I went to the space station to put more blue on my suit. I had like 5 bags full of money, so of course I went shopping. I just bought some ships and scrapped them. Got a storage module for my main ship, which was pretty lucky. But a storage module wasn't gonna save me from these guys. On the next planet, I saw a resource depot with sentinel guards around it. Let me ask you a question. Do you guys notice anything? Or a lack of anything? There was no cover anywhere, but fuck it I thought, and ran down to get the resources and got my back blown to smithereens. I don't know why I read that, but it's there, so I boosted to a hill just in time to dig my own cover, but they kept coming non-stop. I killed like 10 of them, got out of my hole to sort out the big robot one, but something kept summoning them back, leading to me getting ambushed from the back, leaving me at 1 heart. So I resorted to my only option, jump in the ship and fly away. But the only things worse than the sentinels are the sentinels in spacecrafts. I didn't want to deal with those and the cost of the ship repairs, so I quickly made a game plan to kill them or die trying. After 10 minutes of fighting, I finally cleared the 4th round. With the boss round coming up, I know it was going to be a mission to win this battle. Nearly dying a few times made me realise being in the cave was a shitty position for me, so I boosted out to find a different hill to get a better view. With everyone dead, the battle slowed down. It was only me and the boss left, and I was ready for war. But damn, it was a piece of poo. I've legit done shits harder than that. And that was it. I survived a 20-minute battle of near deaths and walked away into the sunset with a fat stack of loot. With the sentinel loot, I ended up with 5k nanites It was definitely time to upgrade it. I was gonna end up dying if I carried on with this gear. I needed to find a knowledge stone to learn some alien languages, but before doing that, I did a bit of signal looting. I just put my signal booster down and go to the point of interest it locates. I got a couple unknown buildings to my third signal boost marked the broken freighter, and my whole game shed itself. It was legit like playing a PowerPoint slideshow. Since I found the ship, I'll let the game off the hook though. I scrapped the ship and flew out of the space station with a smile on my face. But that didn't last long because I got attacked by some random pirates. But hell's easy though. Nah, to be honest, this was when I realized I might need to get some backup in case a whole fleet of them jumps me. I was looking for a good pilot that matched my skill, but I guess that'll never happen. In the distance, I saw a black hole. Naturally, you would avoid a menacing black ball, but the game wanted me to fly in for some reason, so I did. I ended up in Kolongo, 500,000 light years away from the other system I was in. The system was crazy, eh? The space station had like every upgrade, life support, launch thruster, pulse engine, and more. So of course I bought a few. The first planet in this system made my game go back to a slideshow, but I found this multi-tool though, so I'm gonna give the game one more chance before I delete it. It had 13 extra slots for upgrades. This was a crazy find. I explored this whole planet, nothing special happened. I just dug up modules, searched through cargo. I found a minor settlement, but there was nothing good in it. It was just chill exploring it. I felt a bit lonely and homesick being away from Ek for so long, so I went back to make a ground squad to come with me while I'm exploring. While taking in the view, I saw this little cutie and had to get him, eh? So crazy, look at him go. Mean, man. I nearly jumped at my TV screen to give him a hug. Yeah, he was cute, but I wanted to know, can he actually stick with me? Can he get through the fire with me? So I wanted him to answer a few questions for me by putting him through a training school, like can he keep up? Would he get stuck in random terrain? And would he be taxing to my mental health, trying to get him unstuck all the time? This is part of many games, getting a cool companion and having to hold their hand and check on them every second. That's something I don't want, so I'm gonna have to put him through these grueling tests to see if he's fit to join my team. This will be called the ground unit. I'll be grading him for these tests, and his overall performance will determine if he's ready to join the ground unit. Let's stop calling him and call him, let's see, Dangleberry. Seems like a good name, eh? The first grueling test will be called Test 1. For this test we'll see if Dangleberry can get out of this naturally generated hole I made. He was ready though, before I even finished digging the hole. He jumped in and climbed out with ease. I'm gonna give him an excellence and 40 credits for this exam. The next exam's called Test 2. It's pretty straightforward. It's to further test Dangleberry's ability to keep up. So I'm gonna activate stealth mode and boom, he passed with flying colors. As soon as I started running, he didn't hesitate and followed. I'm gonna give him a merit and 27 credits for this exam. I would've gave him an excellence, but he cheated with those big ears, so yeah. This exam is where many companions have failed, or this test is called the Journey. This is gonna be a grueling exam for Dingleberry. I scanned for the closest point of interest and we headed off, but on our way to the scan location, he just started running. I don't know where he was going or what he was doing, but I just ended up chasing him for some reason. I think he was testing me to see if I can keep up with him. If he was, I definitely failed because he was boosting, man. We'll score this exam with an excellence and 1,000,000 credits, so it's safe to say he passed, and he passed with flying colours. So we got one squad member, Dingleberry, and I had a second member in my mind. I was just gonna take some grinding. I went to the anomaly and brought this, the Minotaur, and this will be the second member. I needed a few more pieces though, but not because the ship nearly ripped my ship apart, but because I needed a couple things to summon it. First thing I needed was a freighter upgrade module, and these things are crazy hard to get in. So I started doing pyro things and destroyed like 10 freighter cargo ships. I ended up nearly dying from Sentinel starships too, but luckily there was a space station close by. I didn't end up getting a module, so I decided to buy an emergency broadcast receiver for 5 million, which hurt a little bit, but it scanned for an abandoned ship. It was pretty scary at first going into this, but in the end it was just annoying. I kept going around in circles, going to the same rooms like 3 times, searching the same boxes I've already searched, and I ended up recording for 3 hours without accomplishing anything. I think I was sleep deprived at this point, because I was doing all-nighters playing this game and recording, trying to get some footage. That 5 million unit scanner was dog shit too. I didn't even get a module. Good news though, the next day I got the module off camera because it was just too annoying to record. So this is why I needed this module. So I needed it to upgrade my freighter. I want to summon the Minotaur and it will jump from the freighter and I will teleport down from the freighter. I was so excited to show you. I needed to do a couple of the missions to get them to like me. It was pretty much just the progress in the main storyline mission. This mission's gonna be easy. Just kill a few creatures, I thought to myself, but I nearly died from one of these things, which left me shook the whole time I was on the planet. Look at that though, what even is it? Looks fucking cursed, man. I wanted off this planet, so I completed the mission, went back to the station to hand in the missions. When I handed in the missions, I thought it was glitched, so I reloaded the game a couple times, teleported to different systems and back, but eventually I realized, and I wasn't happy when I did, I actually did some merchant quest, not the Korvax quest, so I didn't progress in the main story. And man, this left me, I was distraught, nearly died for a merchant. And maybe I needed some sleep, or maybe I'm just an idiot, but the fact is, I had to do some more missions to get the Korvax standings. I got the right missions this time. One was to kill Sentinels. Of course I wanted to show you the ground unit, because I was too shook on the last planet. So I summoned Dingleberry and the Minotaur. We destroyed them easily. The next mission was the same as the merchant one, just kill a few creatures. I spent like 8 minutes trying to kill one of these things, and it took like 20 altogether to finish the mission just to kill a few creatures. Like sometimes I think like How did I ever finish Elden Ring? I think I cheesed it, eh? Anyways, after I handed in the missions, I decided after that shitty aiming, I needed target practice, so me, Minotaur, and Dangleberry raided a supply depot. And yeah, that was pretty much it. They didn't stand a chance. So I was expanding my base on Urk, and for like 10 minutes the game turned into a slideshow. And as the title of the recording states, I just couldn't be asked there. So I logged off for the night and went to bed. I came back refreshed and ready to start expanding my base. The first thing I wanted was another hobbit hole. So I dug out a little hole for a capsule to go in. Then with God's finger, I covered it up with dirt. Of course I needed electricity, so I did that real quick. Then flew towards the closest space station to hire a scientist for my base, but no one liked me in this planet. I think because I raided all their cargo. But after going to a few more star systems, I found someone who wanted to work with me, which was good. After finishing that part of the base, I wanted a money generator system, so I dug out this huge area so I can put in some resource refiners and make money while I chill on Urk. That's pretty crazy, man. 20 minutes later, I was on my way to the space station to sell some stacks of chlorine, and I saw this bad boy. It's an exotic ship. They're one of the rarest ships in the game, and so of course I bought it. But after the hype's gone, I'll definitely end up selling it, because it doesn't really do anything. It's got shit storage. It's not even that much better than a normal ship. It's probably worse, to be honest. It was all good though, because I had lots of cash from the stacks of chlorine I just sold. While on my travels for the Atlas, I came across another exotic ship. You can tell I was happy about this one by the cringy title. Like, yeah. Look at it though, it's got lime green tin with a black secondary. Fuck, that's mean. I finally found the Atlas after all this time. I unlocked the portal, went to strange planets, fought against all odds, had some brain farts, but in the end I made it. And I had a fucking mean time doing it as well. If you haven't played this game, I recommend it. I've already said it before, but I'ma say it again. No Man's Sky is a really good game. Never mind, this game's fucking dog shit. I lost all my shit, I got stuck in a wall.